Okay, everybody, we are doing a red cabbage pH indicator experiment. Before we got started, you should have boiled your red cabbage and strained your cabbage out and ended up with your red cabbage juice. I just want to say a few things before we get started about what a pH scale is used for. It is used by chemists to express the degree of acidity and basicity of a substance. This is real important. Farmers use it a lot because certain crops grow at different pH soil levels, and that way the farmer can have his soil tested and you can determine what the soil needs for that particular crop to grow. One interesting thing that I learned back when I was a kid is that hydrangea bushes, it has a flower, and the flower color depends on the pH of the soil that the plant is in. If it has, if it's in an acidic soil, it's a blue flower, and if the soil is a base, then it's going to be pink. So we're fixing to go ahead, and what we're going to do is to take your syringe, and we have our jars labeled. We have vinegar, ammonia, and baking soda, and of course our red cabbage juice. Dan's going to take our red cabbage juice. He's going to fill this little syringe up, and he's going to add it to the vinegar first, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, add just a little bit more, Dan. Okay, so Dan, the vinegar is turning pink and red. So what does that indicate to us? Acidity. Okay, so that's telling us that vinegar is an acid, because if it's pink or red, it's an acid, and if it's the more red that it is, it has a lower pH. Okay, so now we're going to do the ammonia. Okay, and we see that it's turning kind of a bluish green. And Dan, what does that tell us?
It's basic.
So it's a base. Okay, now we're going to, the higher the pH on this particular pH scale, the higher the pH, the more yellow the fluid will be. And the lower the pH, the redder it will be. All right, the next we have is baking soda. All right, Dan? Okay, we can see that it's more blue than green. Okay, and I looked up, just so we would know, I looked up the pH of vinegar. Vinegar is a 2.5 on our pH scale. Baking soda is an 8, so it's one right above neutral, because 7 is neutral, and the ammonia is 11. Okay, so that is our experiment. I hope y'all had fun, and be sure you have a parent to help you do the boiling of your red cabbage juice.